So we talked about how President Biden has announced how his administration will forgive thousands of dollars of federal student loan debt for certain people. The move, the White House hopes, to help solve a problem that's been growing in the U.S. for decades. Seriously, decades. Other countries have tried to tackle this issue in other ways. In the U.K., for example, tuition is capped for full-time undergrads at about $11,000. You can't pay more than that if you're in college as an undergrad, okay? In Germany, tuition is free at public universities. Here in the United States, student debt has ballooned to more than $1 trillion. So how did we get here? Watch. Delivering on a promise.
Hey, folks.
President Biden today forgiving $10,000 of student loan debt for people who have federal loans and who earn less than $125,000 a year.
95% of the borrowers can benefit from these actions.
In total, about 45 million Americans have some kind of student debt now, but it wasn't always that way. The GI Bill, signed in 1944 by President Roosevelt, gave benefits to veterans, including grants for college. It was the first time the federal government had provided money for students to get higher education. In 1958, President Dwight Eisenhower signed the National Defense Education Act to boost Cold War efforts. That became the first federal student loan program. In 1965, Congress passed the Higher Education Act, establishing Pell Grants and Stafford loan programs meant to make college more accessible. It was later revamped to let parents in 1980 and grad students in 2006 take out loans for up to 100% of the cost of attendance. Enrollment skyrocketed. During the 1959 to 1960 school year, 3.6 million students had enrolled in post-secondary institutions. By 2009-2010, it jumped to more than 20 million. During the economic crisis of 2008, states cut funding to colleges, shifting more of the cost to students and their families. Tuition, on average, more than doubling in the past 30 years. And sure enough, debt grew, too.
America's student debt is approaching $880 billion.
Student loan debt in this country has reached $1 trillion, and that's a record.
$1.7 trillion in student debt. That is a number that is only going to keep rising.
Today, 1 in 5 Americans have student loan debt, but for some federal borrowers, help is now on the way. Keep in mind, this is not the first time the Biden administration has tried to do something to help fix some of the systemic issues here. In June, the Department of Education announced it would cancel all $5.8 billion of student debt for people who attended Corinthian colleges, a for-profit company that shut down after the Education Department found it used false advertising. They also canceled nearly $4 billion in debt for former students of ITT Tech for similar reasons.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.